Hello all, I'm my own camera person today, but we're going to make quesadillas. Pretty simple recipe, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up between medium, high heat, probably closer to medium, right? Um, and so that's how I'm going to make my quesadillas. And I will start by getting a plate. All right, and we're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to turn this around now. And so I have the tortillas and I have the cheese blend, the Mexican style cheese blend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on the plate and then I'm going to cover the tortilla with cheese. Okay? And you want to kind of get it over to the end, but you don't want it off the end because then the cheese ends up burning to the pan. All right? And it looks like I did a pretty good job of getting the amount. So you kind of want all of it covered. And then all you need to do there is top it. All right? So what people do sometimes is they just stick it in the microwave and nuke it for about a minute. All right? But I like a crisp on mine. I just like it better, and I use it once I cut it. You'll see it when I cut it after at the end of this lesson. You know, it's a little easier to pick up and eat. And you can still use a knife and a fork. When it's soggy, it's a little tougher to do that. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some cooking spray from up top, and I'm going to spray here. Awesome. And so now what I'm going to do is hopefully this will work. All right, I got to turn it around here, of course. All right, and there we are. And I'm going to take this. See how I had to close the door? It's part of being tall, right? I'm going to put it right on the pan, okay? So you don't want to cook it too fast because then it'll just get black. But what we're doing is we're slowly heating this through, and the goal is, and I'll show you, like I said, you know, very little piece of cheese out, but mostly it's inside. And what will happen is the cheese will end up melting and having the two tortillas stick together, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here into the fridge, and I like a little salsa on mine. So I'm going to grab the salsa, okay? And then I'm going to flip this around so you can see the salsa. But there are different types of quesadillas. I'm doing a very basic one. I'm doing a cheese quesadilla, right? But you can, in addition to the cheese, you can add some chicken or you can add some vegetables. I just had this recipe a week and a half ago, and I added some sauteed red peppers and onions, which are two vegetables I really enjoy, especially in this type of dish. And so what I'm looking for is to add something of a nutritional value if I was having this as a meal. I'm just having this as a snack just to kind of show you the cooking lesson process on how to do a quesadilla. So once again, I'm going to try to balance this where you can see the pan. There we go. I think I did all right there. And the other thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a really big spatula. So, you know, I have a small spatula, but that would be tough, all right? I want a big one so it's easier to flip around. And what you can kind of do, as I'm going to try to do it this way, is check to see if it's browning. And overall, it's not yet, so I'm going to let it go a little bit longer, okay? And so the goal of this is to just get like a brown hue, a brown coloring to underneath that tortilla. And also what it'll do is the cheese will melt a little more, making it easier to flip. If it doesn't melt a lot, then it's going to fall apart on you. All right, so which is another reason why people nuke it. And I guess you could do it that way too. You can put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, kind of make the cheese a little gooey, and then it'll be easier to flip, and then you can crisp it up on here. That's another option as well. But I like to go straight through, so I'm going to take another peek here. Looks like I did all right. All right. So overall, it's a little light, but you can see there's some color here. That's kind of the color I was hoping for all over, okay? But as you can see, only one little piece of cheese fell out of there. So most of it is already melted on into the tortilla. So now they're kind of stuck together. Here, I'll even kind of pull, right? See? You can kind of see how gooey that is, right? So it's kind of already stuck together. You know, it's already a good color. and it is going to be a nice treat. The other thing I like on these is sour cream. It's a little fatty sour cream. The salsa is a little healthier. I also do some guacamole on this as well. If you guys like guacamole, that is a healthy fat. There's different types of fat, and we've gone over this at Next Step as well. That some of the fats in obviously potato chips is really bad. That's an oil. That's a saturated fat. The unsaturated fats, the things you find in milk and in guacamole, they're different, right? So milk fat's not too bad, but you still don't want too much of it. The fat in guacamole is actually very good for you, and that's what you do want. All right, so I'm going to quickly try. Now that it's stuck together, I should be able to do this. And that's the color I'm looking for, right? So that's a really good color. I'm going to just turn the heat off because it'll go through the last part of it. All right, and just kind of give me the color I need. I'm just kind of dumping the little excess cheese off of my plate here. And we'll be able to go like this. All right, and I should be able to turn this around here. And once again show you that I can take this and I can cut it into quarters, right? When you quarter it, it's 4, right? 4 quarters in a dollar, a quarter of an hour, all right? And that makes it very simple to pick up, all right? So that's how you make a simple quesadilla. Like I said, you can add chicken and vegetables to it to make it a little fancier. So enjoy.